that no, our COS the ultimate. And the only thing I make why you bring it down, you use new dimension mandate account where Robo Nigeria again. TNEC, Obato BSC, keep a happy begging, protect this account. Take this all this rubbish out from this account. But that is in supplies. Okay, can I West Nazo? When Tapak do Ilam Bada, Pam, never what do you know? Not tire. Le Gangwa won't even hear, even may observe. Everybody say our ex-wife, no. Una after Kavamechala, Yana Hamechala, that meeting now, Emily, Agwala our COS. Now, but obvious no one take care of the distance. After Kahamechazi that meeting, na Ogen Keleva West Zenazo. Yeah, we salaze this woman. Boruzie in them, but Amaduye. When they see every our chief of staff, she don't talk. In fact, I like EJ in a sobu. Only men we even very quiet and slow motion, but are very dangerous. Can walk among the slow, or very quiet, or dear woku, but not dangerous. Very, very dangerous woman, on your own floor. Or dangerous. I won't know somebody the Kayama. Hey, Ogen Kele last succeed. Ogen Kele last succeed. And the only person who can challenge Ogen Kele Yama. The only person, because hence no Ogen Kele me he had near. Mboba to be near. Or when who did game Ogen Kele has war. K.O.P. Kenya suspension. Cannot be a chief of staff. Yes, you Ogen Kele. No way. Why don't you want to know Zakwe? She don't talk. She don't make noise. You see? Inukwamboyana this woman na neku. Or just go straight to that place that Ozia this woman Ozilie. Or use the opportunity. But inside joy ajigasi. Or joy anka so. Look if Ogen Kelevene maybe meeting her onya or bata. Or Chena on them madno. To be sincere to you. So Ogen Kele my whole feed this woman. This woman Jiwebia. Because number for as the messages in our batano. More for our messages in our batano called the supplies. They are now for messages and the money they add him my here. She may understand because the whole thing that no but an biafra they're happy. But I'm born for insult him and the biafra don't carry last. Now I got to direct to that then I born for the messages in our batano. Often the messages I will message even respect if you call for when you was the one the money do the henda. I don't know what a coke and Kayele Signachi on that day. Hayela Nachi ono. Anyachi ono bam. O Mechiano Yakuzo again with serious spagulu.
All right, wonderful people. Welcome back to this wonderful channel where we bring you back-to-back update and information as it hot, where we dey talk the matter as it take the be, as it take the happen, and as it take the go. Here on your screen is Adandembo Nnamdi Egede, as she calls herself. Most times I begin to wonder, where is Adandembo Nnamdi Egede? Who is she supporting? On whose part is she? Is she confused? Does it mean that maybe she doesn't understand what she's doing? Or maybe that she needs some direction? Or maybe that she's missing her way? At some point, she was condemning Ogenkere, supporting Ngozi Orabueze. The other time, she was at the side of Ogenkere again, condemning Ngozi Orabueze, supporting Ogenkere. And as it is now, she has turned again And this is the part of Ngozi Orabueze criticizing the side of Ogenkere. And the question is, what is actually happening in this struggle? And of course, you and I know that what is bringing about this whole thing is one, wanting to be relevant when it comes to the struggle of the indigenous people of Biafra. And also, the case between Ogenkere and Ngozi Orabueze is the issue of money. Who will be controlling the fund? Who should be the leader? And who should be a manager of the fund? And I think that that is the battle that has been going on currently between the camp of Ogenkere and that of the camp of Ngozi Orabueze. And at that the way I see her is this kind of controversial podcaster, a supporter of Biafra, but somehow she does not know what is happening in the inside house. She is not part of the people managing the funds. She is not part of the people eating the money. So, from what I can see, she does not actually know what is actually happening in that inside house. And from what I can deduce, I think she is working with information at hand, and whatever information that comes to her, that is what she uses, because she is not an insider. And that is why she has always been on this confusing side of, either being with this person opposing the other person, or being with the other person opposing the other person. And up until now, we are yet to know who Adandembo Nnamdi Egede is supporting, who is her candidate. And also, we are now in a civilized world, in the democratic system of government. I think if these people really want things to move well, things to go well for the people of the indigenous people of Biafra, if they are not there for their own personal gain, if they are there to make sure that the struggle makes sense, that the struggle becomes a reality, I think they should come together and cast a vote. Let Biafrans vote, let Biafrans choose by themselves who they want to represent them. For now, that the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile is not in the picture. He has been in the detention of the Finland government. So I think there should be a vote casting. So by the casting of this vote, the Biafrans will say, okay, this is who we are supporting. This is who we are with. This is who we want to be our leader, or this is who we want to represent us for now that Mazi Simon Ekpa is not around. All right, watch this video of All right, wonderful people. The convoy you are just watching on your screen is the convoy of the president of Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Traore, who has become the talk of the town. Traore is now the talk of the moment. Of course, if you go all over the social media, our YouTube space, go to Twitter, the X handle, and all man, or what have you, Al Jazeera, BBC, CNN, Traore has become the talk of the town. And a lot of people has come to believe that Traore is the savior of Africa, that he is the current savior of Africa. And his people are massively behind him. Even he has begun to garner, supporters from all over Africa. I have seen the people from Ghana, protesting, carrying placard, moving a solidarity movement for Traore in Nigeria, in Mali, and even in America, in France. A lot of people have risen up to support Traore and to say that Traore is the savior that Africa has been waiting for. But of course, you know that nation Burkina Faso have a history. Of course, some time ago, a long time ago, someone like Traore rose up in Burkina Faso, known as Sankara, Thomas Sankara, who rose up like this in a bid to liberate his people, in a bid to save his people from the crouching hand of the French government. And just like Traore, he received a lot of support. He started doing a lot of things for his people and the rest of them. But at the end of everything, he was sent to judgment, just like what happened to Muammar Gaddafi and also what happened to the Idi Amin of Uganda. And it has gone to our notice that these Westerners don't want to leave Africa because of a lot of gains they are gaining from Africa. Of course, you know that most of the things that power the world today is gotten from Africa. If you talk about crude oil, you talk about tin, you talk about iron ore, you talk about gold, you talk about uranium, you talk about limestone, you talk about rubber, you talk about all these things that is powering the world. You find that most of these things are gotten from Africa. Go to DR Congo. DR Congo is a nation blessed with a lot of mineral resources, but today they are in war because they are in confusion. They don't have the right leader. There is no leader as it is right now in the nation DR Congo. And you find out that whenever a leader rises up to save his people, you see the government, you see the Westerners, you see even his own people kicking against him. And that's the similar thing that happened to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu when he rose up to speak for the indigenous people of Biafra. And also Simon Ekpa, the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile, who rose up in Finland, began to speak for the people and started, advocating for the people's freedom. And that was how he ended also.